Hi everyone, I'm Natasha and thanks so much for watching. This week I'm sharing a comparatively brief but very effective yoga practice designed to really jumpstart your morning and get your day going on the right track. So we're going to begin with some alternate nostril breathing, which is a great pranayama technique that really energizes and balances you. So if you're not familiar with alternate nostril breathing, getting your hand into the right position may seem a little strange at first. So before we get into that, make sure that you're in a comfortable seated position, whether that's on your mat, on a chair, or a great one is up on a block. I found that really helps you get comfortable for sitting still for a couple of minutes. Don't worry about your left hand for right now. Take your right hand and make like a peace sign. Then you're going to take these two fingers and fold them down. So you're going to have your ring and your pinky finger just hanging out here and your thumb over on this side. So this is the hand position you're going to be looking for. Before we get into the alternate nostril breathing though, let's just take a moment to get in touch with the breath. So you can close your eyes if you'd like, letting both hands rest and just breathe. Breathe in fully and deeply, all the way deep down into your diaphragm. Now that you're more in touch with your breath, you can go ahead and get your hand set up like we just showed, with your thumb and then your ring and pinky finger. And to begin with, just gently close your left nostril with your thumb and breathe in through the left. And then as you exhale, shift your hand over so that you're now blocking your left nostril with your ring finger and breathe out through the right. So in left, out right. Let's do that 3 more times. So in, and out. In, out. In, and out. Now keep your hand here to shift nostrils. So keeping your left side blocked, breathe in through the right. And out left. In right. Out left. In. And out. In. And out. In. And out. You can release your right hand back down and just take a moment to take a few more even, deep breaths through both nostrils. Even if you don't have time for anything else in your morning, practicing a little bit of alternate nostril breathing, a few rounds of that, can really get your day going on the right track. But we're also going to practice some asana. So if you have a block or a pillow or anything, you can go ahead and move it to the side and then come to standing at the top of your mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Now this is the first forward fold of the day, so be sure to bend your knees generously if you need to. You don't want to feel any pinching in the lower back. Inhale, halfway lift, lifting the chest. Exhale, step it back to plank and then all the way down to the floor. From here, we're going to do baby cobra. So just lifting the hands and chest off the mat, warming up the spine. And then exhale, pressing all the way back to downward facing dog. Now it's the first downward facing dog of the day, so you might want to send your feet wide, bend your knees a little, move around a bit, whatever you need to make the posture feel good for you. Lift your gaze forward. And then inhale, stepping it to the front of the mat, lifting the chest. Exhale, folding back down. Inhale, arms sweeping up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plank, lowering all the way down. This time, let's come up into cobra. So hands are basically under the shoulders, elbows kept in close as you lift your chest forward and up, legs staying down on the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward and inhale, step or hop your feet to the front of the mat, chest up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to go through that one more time. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, step or hop back, down, and you can do cobra or come into your upward facing dog. Rolling over the toes, exhaling it back to downward facing dog. You want your body to be like an upside down V or a very pointy N. Don't worry about getting your heels to the mat. It's early in the morning. Inhale, looking forward, stepping or hopping feet to the front of the mat. Halfway lifting the chest. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, swooping up. Exhale, hands to heart center. From here, we're going to come into chair pose. So you're going to send the hips back. And as you do, try not to let your back round. Fight to keep your chest lifted and your back flat, or arching this way a little bit, trying to keep that natural spinal curve in your back this way instead of this way. So coming into chair, inhaling the arms up, fighting to keep that chest up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward again. And on the next inhale, stepping the right foot back, aligning either heel to arch or heel to heel, and letting this back foot turn at about a 45-degree angle as we inhale it up to warrior one. So check on your knee, make sure that it's either slightly back of your ankle or right over your ankle, not forward of your ankle. Hips and chest trying to go forward, lifting your gaze if it's comfortable. Exhaling the arms down, pivoting this foot so it's parallel to the short edge of the mat, checking again on your knee and ankle, pressing that knee out, hips forward, chest forward, arms open, gaze over the front hand in Warrior Two. Checking to make sure your arms are one nice long line from front to back. You're not doing this number here. Dropping the left forearm down to the left thigh, inhaling the arm around, trying to make one long line from toes to fingers. Keep this shoulder rolling back instead of coming forward. You can look up or keep your gaze neutral if that's putting a pinch in your neck. Try not to dump weight into this arm. And if it's feeling good for you today, you can always drop that left hand down towards the mat. Inhale it back to Warrior Two. Exhale, spiraling the hands down to the mat, pressing back to Downward Facing Dog. Inhale, looking forward, step or hop it forward. Halfway lift the chest. Exhaling down. Inhale, up. Exhale, sitting the hips back to chair pose. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. As we inhale, sending the left foot back, inhaling it up to Warrior One. So again, checking on that knee. Is it slightly behind or right over top of the ankle? And keeping this back foot not parallel with the short edge of the mat, but in at about 45 degrees. Bringing it down to Warrior Two, adjusting the feet so that the back foot is parallel with the short edge of the mat. Knee still tracking over ankle. Hip and shoulders shining towards the long edge of the mat. Gaze over the front hand. Bending the right arm, dropping forearm down to right thigh, sending the left arm around. Making sure to keep that left shoulder drawing back, not rounding forward. And dropping that right hand to the mat if it works for you today. Inhale, back to Warrior Two. Exhale, hands to mat, sending it back through to Downward Facing Dog. Bringing the gaze forward, step or hop it to the front of your mat. Inhaling up, exhaling, hands to heart center. Now we're going to work on a little bit of balance. I find that working on balancing poses really just helps my mind focus and makes me better able to deal with the day. So moving into tree pose, shift the weight over to the left leg, making sure to activate the quads to really draw the kneecap up. And you can bring your foot just to your calf or further up onto your thigh. Just don't place it right against your knee, very bad for the knee joint. Stay active through this leg instead of dumping weight over into the hip there. See, that's no good. So come on up, active in the standing leg. Think about pressing that knee out. Hands wherever you need them. Find your steady gazing point to help you balance. You can stay here, or you can take the half lotus variation. Don't do this if it puts any pain or stress on your knee, but you can do it by grabbing that foot, bringing it up to the thigh. Keep this hand here and reach around to grab it with your right, grabbing the left elbow with the right. Keep the core engaged and the spine long, so no bowing like that. Stay tall and long. Wherever you are, releasing back to standing, shaking out that standing leg a little bit if you need to. Then coming on over to the right side. So bringing that left foot wherever you'd like along your right leg. Hands where you need them. And if you'd like to, taking that lotus variation, and bringing it back down. Coming back to the top of the mat, if you moved, inhaling the arms up, exhaling them down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga down to the floor. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Take a moment to notice how this feels different from the very first down dog of the day. See how much you've awoken the inner fire, really energized your body in such a brief time. Bring your gaze forward and step your feet all the way through, and then come down lying onto your back. Keeping your feet here for now, knees bent. I'm just going to stretch the hips a little bit more. So taking your right ankle, crossing it over your left thigh, flexing your feet, and inhaling it up. Make sure to really engage the abdominals, keeping your back glued to the mat instead of arching up like that. Don't worry about tugging on your legs with your arms. Just let your legs stretch themselves. Feet flexed. Exhale it down. Switch legs, so left ankle and right thigh, and inhale it up. Really think about pressing that knee open and keeping your foot flexed to help protect the knee. Drop both feet to the ground and then send the legs out, coming into a brief shavasana here. So just fully relax, regroup mentally, prepare yourself for the day ahead. can stay here longer if you'd like, or you can come with me. Keep your eyes closed. Roll over onto one side, resting here for a moment. And then slowly, mindfully, press yourself up to a sitting position. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I really hope that you enjoy this sequence. I find that it is fantastic in the morning, a great way to start the day off right, and it only takes a few minutes. So if you enjoyed it too, please take a moment to leave me a comment, subscribe, that would be great. But please do leave a comment. Let me know if you like this style of video and what types of practices you would like to see next. So thanks again for watching. See you next time.